arriving at Yijang Tower.
And here we are at Lijiang Tower with Team Trasha and ISNH. Teams are setting up, and looks like 30 seconds to prepare. ISNH not setting up anything yet, not trying to reveal anything. Trasha with some sort of fake picks. You're not going to see a Symmetra in any of these. And they have 2.9 seconds to prepare. And we are live. So here we go. Trasha coming out with, looks like Hartson is a substitute for Team Trasha now, just coming to notice. And just letting them know that the delay is on 120 seconds, so nothing has actually started yet. And they are going live. Here we go. Parsi just gets back into the match. Looks like they're coming in now. Going to go to, looks like only Grace here. So we switch to first person perspective. We're now with Y again as they are fighting on Lijiang Tower. Coming through. Looks like they're trying to take down the shield here. ISNH has established they're on the point. Snackham's steel trap has been destroyed. No kills yet coming through, but the take has been established by ISNH.
And first blood goes to Snackham's, but is quickly rezzed by Squiggy.
Yes.
And it's just a melee on point.
Yep, looks like it here. So we're going to switch perspectives. Going to go right to on point. We're going to be with only Grace here, and it looks like ISNH has taken the straight advantage. Parcible's backing off, and that's going to be the take for ISNH. They're 23% now, going through.
And Wygan is just poking before, runs away now. Doesn't want to get staggered.
It looks like Trasha's here is just sort of biding their time a little bit, just making sure that they're together before they push in again. We're gonna free up and go first person here with, looks like with their Junkrat. And now they're coming through. It looks like he's dead now. So, oh, no. There goes the tire. Nope. Switched perspective now with their McCree. Hartson's now on Tracer. Interesting. Normally a healer main for Overwatch team. But now it looks like Parsi's been taken down. Kills coming down. ISNH control of the point here. Not giving it up. 60%.
Yeah. And at this point, Parsible should really just kill himself to get the mech back. He's not really doing much just standing there. He's been totally scattered, and he's just going to waste a bunch of time. Yeah, Hartson looks like he's just basically on the bridge trying to just build up ult charge, and he's not really doing very much. It's at 72% now. We're looking at maybe 2 points max here from 2 pushes max from Team Trasha, and they are just not getting any joy. And Hartson gets picked off by Snackums. That's not good. At 85%, they literally only have 1 push left now. And they're going to charge in without res, and that's the Valkyrie, so this is the push. Ult advantage does go to ISNH though, so we'll see how this push goes.
Ooh, Y again takes out their McCree, who was ulting, but 96%. It doesn't look like they're going to have very much time left, and that is the first take for ISNH, 100-0.
And that was really interesting because they weren't even letting them get close to the point. They didn't have an opportunity to use their ults, Team Trasha. That was just a really great hold from ISNH that round. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. That looked like it was like complete domination from ISNH. They were just ready to go and were ready to basically do what they needed to do. So there's a bit of a change in comp from Team Trasha. This time they're going to go with the Reaper and Tracer. Hartson playing the Reaper. We'll see if this change helps them out.
Yeah.
Okay, and not much change from Team ISNH. Worked out last time pretty well, so they'll run with the same comp again, I think.
Yeah, it looks like we're on board here. And looks like pretty much the same comps everywhere. Double Zarya's Zarya face-to-face here. Looks like it's going to be interesting. Parsible still is going to be hard countered by the opponent's Zarya. Let's see if he's going to do any better on that D.Va.
And for the second time, ISNH gets to the point first, and they're holding it.
Yeah, Squeaky.
Tashtops goes down to Reinhardt, but he gets rezzed immediately by Squeaky.
Yeah, Snackham's just demeched Parseval, so it looks like that's going to be an issue there. They're going to charge onto the point here, but they've got the advantage fighting here on the point. And
Wygan is trying to get some picks from the back, but it's just not working out for him. McCree's too good.
Yeah.
And that'll be the end of the push for Team Trasha.
Yeah, exactly. So 10% here. They're going to fully establish. If I'm them, Snackham's already with an ult. He's going to charge directly into them, and he's going to try to take at least one person out. He takes Tasha tops. That's going to be their healer, and that's going to delay their push even longer. They're probably not going to be able to get out there till about 26% in mass. Parsy's got to be careful. He doesn't want to get picked off here.
My ultimate is charging.
And then here they come again. Finally can get a full team in. They just don't look organized, Team Trasha. I mean, I think they're just missing something here, and ISNH is capitalizing it. Big Earth Shatter there. He goes directly for the back line, and Sirius and El Misu just take out two, and that's going to end that push right there. They're trying to sneak around, maybe cap the point here, but I don't know if Wygan is going to be able to survive coming back out. Looks like he's Pulse Bomb near, dropped, gets only Grace.
They're trying to push without their Reinhardt, which I don't think is going to work out very well. As you can see now, the Reinhardt's coming. Oh, and a big ult from Heartson. Picks up the Reinhardt, but he goes down.
And
it looks like this might be Trash's chance to win. They're charging in.
They've got the Valkyrie up, so ISNH there is protecting their tanks very well. They're probably just going to be waiting for their DPS to come through and come back. Big Earth Shatter there, catches only Grace.
Big Shatter, but they don't capitalize on the Shatter, unfortunately. This is the first time they've been on point, and let's see if they can take it. Oh, they were doing well, but ISNH is starting to pick it up now. They've got the ults coming in.
Yeah, and I think that's it for the fight. There's only one person left.
That's it for Trasha.
Yeah, it's Hartson's left, and it looks like he's not going to be able to do anything. He's ghosting in, and he dies. So
he probably should have just jumped off the edge, I think, to save the time, because they don't have time for another push. That's probably going to be it now.
Yeah, 96. It looks like they did get somebody on the point.
With the grab.
They got Y again back on the point. So
they might actually take it. Oh, Lucio's on the point.
Here comes Tasha again.
Only Grace is going to prevent it.
Trying to prevent on the point, but Tasha gets on and gets killed immediately, and
it's just Y again holding at this point for the overtime, but no, that will be it.
Yep, and that's going to be it. They're gonna hold it, and that is going to be the first map for ISNH 2-0.
Okay. What did you think about ISNH's performance there? To me, they looked like they were working together really well.
They were very dominating. It was one of those things in which they had control of the points. They basically said to themselves, "All right, if you're going to take us, you're going to take us on the point, and we're going to make you come to us." And that's exactly what they did. They basically just sort of dominated and made Trasha basically come at them and basically attack them directly, and it wasn't something that Trasha was ready for. So
absolutely. Team Trasha didn't seem to have the best coordination today. Do you think that could have been because they have Hearts on their team? Having a sub just isn't always the best for teamwork and coordination.
A sub does that, and it's going to be one of those things in which it's like, you're not ready for it sometimes, and it's just one of those things in which a sub can really throw a team chemistry off. Like, they need to be able to understand that, he's going to be filling in spots that are absolutely necessary, but he's not going to have the teamwork or the coordination of a team that's going to be a member that's been there for 3-4 weeks. So
well said. So now Team Trash is going to pick the hybrid map, so we're just going to wait on what they pick. What do you think they're going to pick? I would guess they'll pick Eichenwald.
You think? I'm not very familiar with Trash's picks. Even sort of scrimming with them with Beehive, they're sort of a little bit all over the map when it comes to this stuff. So, I could see Kings Row, as this team is made up of people who do play in the Scrub Cup, but their choices are Kings Row, Numbani, Hollywood, and Eichenwald.
Absolutely, and if they do pick Kings Row, they'll be able to utilize Hartson's Anna. He's a very great Anna.
Oh, you called it though. They're picking Eichenwald.
And it's Eichenwald.
Yeah. So
here we go.
ISNH's pick of offense or defense, I guarantee they're probably going to pick defense. The advantage here is to know exactly where you need to go in the second part of this map. So I'm thinking that they're going to be trying for at least a full hold. Trasha has practiced Eichenwald. They are pretty decent at it, but they're going to have to be able to utilize Hartson here as their sub to sort of help them overcome this initial choke. So Hopefully that'll work.
If we can see the coordination from ISNH that we did last round, I think the point A attack won't be too difficult for them. So it's going to be a big job for Trasha defending point A.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting what ISNH pick, because their team comp is going to sort of decide what kind of defense they're going to be going for. If they're going to be going for sort of a choke defense, or will they pull back a little bit and go for a little bit of range. But with Parsi probably sticking onto that D.Va, and it looks like they weren't running heavy tanks. I'm not exactly sure what's going to come out here for Trasha. So I'm very, very interested in seeing how these teams sort of line up as soon as we get into the map.
Absolutely. I'm hoping for a Hanzo myself, and if no one's going to play Hanzo, I'll settle for a Bastion Orisa defense.
Yeah, it'll be interesting because there might be some surprise picks. On Eichenwald, snipers are very, very useful. Things like a Hanzo, or even a Widowmaker, maybe even combine the two, and they could be absolutely fantastic.
Triple sniper is the new meta.
So we're in game now, and we are looking like they're going to go with a shield comp, ISNH is, and they're going to be going with a Junkrat McCree. That gives them pretty much every coverage there. They have a hit scan, they have ground and pound DPS there with the Junkrat, and pretty even 2-2-2 configuration here.
Yeah, this is interesting. Trasha, on the other hand, they're going with the Lucio, the Zen. They're not running a Mercy, which is interesting. That's going to give ISNH a very big advantage in team fights.
Well, remember, the patch came out today, so the Mercy's impact is not going to be that large when it comes to ulting, but the thing about it is the recent win rates for Mercy were somewhere around 80%. You have a Mercy, you win. So that's been basically the mantra for the last 2 weeks, ever since the Mercy changes came out. But now with the change in res timing and the change in res with regards to the Mercy ult, it's going to be very, very interesting to figure out whether or not that is going to be still true here. But
absolutely,
very aggressive with the Reaper, Soldier, Roadhog. They're definitely going to try for a shield break here, because I think
I love the Soldier pick. The switch to Genji I think is excellent as well. I think the Reaper wasn't going to be that great against the long-range McCree and Junkrat. I think the Genji's going to be a great pick. And he's been practicing with the Rangroth, top 500 Genji main as well. So we should be able to see some good picks today.
Hopefully that will work out here. Looks like they're not going to be hard holding at the choke. They're probably just going to be a little back because they realize what's going on here. So, and Squiggy gets, Snackums gets Squiggy right off, so that's going to stall them a little bit. They're going to have to want to back off because that Discord is huge. Possible goes down, and that's the end of that push. There's no way they're going to make it through that choke now. They're all going to back up. So if I'm ISNH here, I'm just going to push in a little bit, maybe get an extra pick. Trasha's got to be careful because they want to make sure that they get they want to get a push in as soon as Parsi comes back, and he's back now. So here they go. Big Earthshatter comes through. He's trying to build up as much as he can. Tasha's now low. Thoughtbegon is super low too. And they're just having...
That's twice now Snackums has targeted the Tasha Tops with the Junkrat Tire.
Exactly.
It's a great decision. They're taking out the healers. They're stopping pushes before they happen.
Yeah, Hartson's got to get behind them in order to push. And there, I think... There he is.
And now there's... His goes down though, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He probably should have run away, just used the opportunity to pull them away and then fled. That's too bad. They'll have to wait for him now.
Yeah, they'll have to wait for him, but like, what... Oh, and Snackums gets two. Both Parsi and Y again. That's just too big.
Excellent mine.
Yeah. They're not getting any joy here at this choke, and they might have to go for a config switch. They themselves might have to go to a Genji here just to sort of stop that spam that's happening in the middle and maybe hopefully get like a lucky pick. And Hartson gets picked off trying to come around the corner, so he's going to get immediately res. Squiggy has now gone to the Mercy just to sort of combat those picks. They're charging through now. Big Earthshatter and a counter shatter there from Parsival.
One of each.
Oh, looks like a Graviton coming in.
Like Junkrat's going to be doing work here. There he goes. Gets 3 kills off it. Reinhardt gets another, and that's the end of that push.
Yeah, that's it for them. That's
rough.
That is rough. And the thing about it is, it'll look like the advantage there was with Trasha with that counter Earthshatter coming in, and then the Graviton comes in and just wipes everybody out.
Absolutely. They did a lot better that push though. They got through the bridge, which was good. They don't have the Shatter or the Graviton anymore, ISNH, so if Trasha can push through like they did last time, I think they'll have a good chance of taking it.
Oh, Poppy Gun pulls El Misu, and he's out of position now. If they can get him down, then that's going to be their opening. But unfortunately, all the kills are going ISNH's way, and this is just a disaster for Team Trasha. They've got to find a way to break this choke, or they're just never going to be able to win this map at all.
No, this is not going well. Plus, Junkrat's got his ult now, so he's going to throw that out soon for an early pick to stop yet another push.
Yeah, so if I'm Hartson here, his ult is almost up. I bring that tire up, and I maybe try to get it around people, but there's a big pick there. Only Grace goes down, but is immediately rezzed by Soft Owl, but another pick come in for Team Trasha, and there's the tire, takes 2 people out, and that's the opening.
That's it, and ISNH has lost their... Oh, sorry, Trasha's lost their Mercy. Let's see. This is going to be tough. Do you reckon they can take this fight?
This is going to be 50-50 here. They've got to keep Thought Be Gone up. If they can do that, they'll have a chance. They do have spawn advantage, so it's going to be a little hard.
Yeah, and the Reaper's trapped, but they didn't capitalize on that. That was rough.
Oh, it looks like 25 seconds left. They've got to make this push work, but it's going all Team ISNH's way. Parsy's in their fight. Oh, big Earthshatter comes in, does catch the Zarya behind the payload, but no, only 1 kill on Snackums there, but immediate res is coming through for ISNH. They are fighting tooth and nail. I don't think Trasha's going to be able to get this. No, and that's it. Trasha.
That's going to be it.
Graviton there to keep Trasha off the point.
The Reaper's on.
Why again trying to be a hero?
Survive for long enough for everyone else to get on?
No, overtime's going to tick away.
Gets off point.
And that's going to be it. Oh, that was a hard board for Team Trasha. They just weren't able to basically get anything done properly.
The defense was just so solid, they couldn't get through the choke. There's just nothing they could do.
It was the configuration, I think, early. They needed something to sort of bust down those shields and maybe catch a pick here and there so that they can burn some of Soft Owl's reses in the back. You know, it's so big if you can just get that Mercy to waste a res early in the fight so that you know that you'll have a solid push knowing that there's not going to be a res coming in 15 seconds or so that that can sort of stall your push as you're trying to go through. So
Yeah, definitely. I believe, was it the Genji who got the tick that high early on in the round?
Yeah, it was. What happened was he did go all the way around, but he didn't stay alive. So if you're going to be flanking all the way in the back, you need to stay alive in any way you can. If that means tapping the point, going back off, tapping the point. The idea is to pull at least 2 people away from the choke to deal with you in the back. And if that means just sort of annoying the hell out of them and making sure that stalling one person out so long on the point that that help has to come back, then you have to sort of do it. So,
yeah, but this is still winnable for Team Trasha. They need a very solid defense if they're going to win this, but they can do it. I think they should be setting up at the choke here with the Junkrat Tracer.
Yeah, they're setting up here with the shield comp with Thought Be Gone on the Zarya and with the Junkrat Tracer. And the 76, that's going to provide distance damage here, so they're not gonna open themselves for a flanker in the back here. So that 76's range is going to be very, very useful. But it looks like ISNH here going with the Tracer, so the Tracer is probably going to try to sneak around and try to get on that point. So it'll be up to that 76 to make sure that when if that Tracer decides to sneak around and get on point, that he'll be the one that's responsible for taking her out. But
yeah, here we go.
Yeah. Looks like they went.
And they're charging the Tracer. Tracer immediately goes around. She's just poking from the side. She's not running to the point, which is interesting.
I think she's looking for an opening here. She's trying to draw most of the team back into the center. And Parsi goes down.
They take the Reinhardt down. And Swiggy needs to res that Reinhardt, otherwise the defense is going to fall.
But there are 2 kills on Trasha's side. So, but spawn advantage is completely with ISNH here, so they can be patient here and just sort of wait it out.
Okay.
Looks like.
And Wygen's having some trouble on the right. Yeah, the Zarya and the Reinhardt are just pushing in. There's not much.
Yeah,
Trasha doesn't seem to be sticking together very well, I don't think, right now.
No, and there's a bigger shatter here. Big tire takes 4.
There it is.
Oh my goodness! Play the game right there. But he's got.
Will stall the attack.
Yeah, they're gonna have to back up. But I think they needed that because that looked like it was about to be a giant take for ISNH. So big one by Hartson there.
That was excellent.
So we're gonna go on board with Ceres here, and we're gonna see. She's got her pulse bomb. Let's see if she sticks anybody or is able to take out that soldier. It looks like she's backing out. We're gonna go over. And Thought Be Gone trying to hold that like a champ in the middle. Soft Owl reses El Nisu, and they're gonna move in on the Lucio ult here. So Parsi gets rezzed. Graviton catches all of ISNH, and another tire comes through, but doesn't really catch anyone. But Bandamage has to back off, and that's going to stall them. 2 minutes left on the clock. They've done good work here, Raza. I'm thinking, that ISNH here has got to figure out another plan here to get through this choke.
No, this is an excellent defense. I think Trasha Tops on the Zen is a really great decision. The Discord orbs are helping them take down their targets faster.
Yeah, and those Discords are the difference between getting somebody super low and killing somebody. So that is key here. So they're finishing people off, and that is so helpful, especially when you're defending. Minute 38 left on the clock here, and ISNH has got time, but they've got to pick it up here a little bit. Parsi's
Tracer just did her job. Tracer just pulled the Reinhardt and Hearthstone back on point, which has given the opening to ISNH, and they've got 2 picks now. Hearthstone gets 1 pick in return, but is immediately rezzed by the Mercy. And here's another tie by Hearthstone. Will it save the game?
He gets 2.
It might have, actually.
Yeah, it might have. He just picked off 2, so therefore, that's huge. He's got to stay on the point here. Got to make sure, but it's just going to be him and Y again. So the fight here...
Can the DPS hold it?
No, looks like
Hearthstone's down. That's...
Wygan's got to get on the point, but that's I think going to do it.
Unless Mercy can fly on. No, she's on.
She's on. Oh, big Earth Shadow by Parsi to save it. 54 seconds, but a Graviton just off the point. But Tasha's on the point, so they're still...
Trancing into that grab. And look at this, and Wygan's got his ult. He's going to use it very soon to try and clear off point. He's just looking for the right opportunity. Oh, no, that's it. They've got it. There's only 1 on point. Snackham's once his down.
They can't trickle here. Like, ISNH has got to get back together, and they have to realize that they're only going to have 1 push left. They can't trickle, or because I know they have spawn advantage, but there's 4 of Team Trasha, 5 on Team Trasha on the point. So if they go in 1 by 1, they're just going to lose their advantage.
And there's no time for them to regroup for another push. There's 2 of them dead, so now they've forced themselves into this trickle, so they have to commit to it at this point.
Yeah, they need a hero play now by one of their players in order to save this point, or that's going to be... It's so close.
Absolutely. I think Reaper's got his ult saved, so when those squishes jump on point, he should be able to
We're going into
use
overtime
that.
now. That's it. They need 1%. That's all they need. Look at this. If they can kill that Junkrat, it's over. Oh, no. Looks like the Tracer and the... Big Earth Shadow there.
It's just the Reinhardt.
But the Reinhardt does...
Mercy's res 2, the Junkrat and the Zarya.
Oh.
Snackham's got a picks.
Oh, and a big Graviton right there on the point. Big shot. Oh, big ult by Y again. That's going to be it. No, Mercy's still alive. She's trying to hold off as best she can. She's dead, and that's
it.
That is a win.
That goes to Team Trasha. That was incredible.
That was an incredible hold. Wow. Unbelievable. They win it by about 0.5%. That is crazy.
That was an excellent hold by Hearts and Wygan. It was just those 2 on point. Hearts went down. Wygan barely held it. Then Squiggy barely got on. That was just such good work by Team Trasha to hold that point.
Hartson had, I think, 7 tire kills. 7 or 8. Is it 6, 7, or 8 tire kills? And all of them were
worthwhile. 4 of those are in the 1.
I know.
That was excellent. Hartson 13k damage. That was a different team to who we saw in Lijiang. That was such a good defense. It was so solid. And ISNH, they had good pushes. They got on point, but they just couldn't take it. All right. So, what do you think ISNH is going to pick for 2CP?
It looks like... I don't know. See, 2CP is a very, very odd thing to sort of figure out, because everybody has their favorites. There's Hanamura, there's Anubis, or Draw Anubis, as they call it. It's like... I think most teams, a lot of the times, have been picking sort of... Snackums is actually picking defense first. They don't care what TCP map they play. This is funny, because this is exactly what Immortals did to us when we were playing them.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, so...
And it didn't go well for Immortals, and I don't think it's going to go well for ISNH, because I think Team Trasha might pick Volskaya. I think that's my guess.
Yeah, that might be it. So, Like, Trasha's pretty decent on Volskaya, and they know what they're doing. They don't necessarily play with a Sombra, but they're very good at the defense. Trasha's just saying that one of their people are going on a bathroom break. But let's talk about Volskaya for a second. ISNH has given up the map advantage in order to play defense first, and you reckon that it's probably going to be Volskaya, which I think you're right. Trasha's been very good at that map. So the way that ISNH is playing, they're a very balanced squad. So I don't see any surprises coming out from Trasha, but I could so see that if they were able to figure out a player to be able to play like a Farah or something like that to sort of surprise them on this map, that they would have a really, really fast take. What do you think?
I think you're right. I think they've been using a very static comp so far this round, and I think Team Trasha is going to expect that. If they can switch it up, I think they'll really be able to surprise them and take it. They're on defense first, so I think they're going to be looking for the full hold, so we probably will see something surprising. Oh, and they're going Hanamura, which is excellent. That's the Hanzo map. So that's very interesting. I did not expect Tasha Tops to pick Hanamura, but if Trasha's feeling confident about it, let's see what they got.
Yeah, well, with Hanamura, it's all about quick takes on the first point. So if there's a hard choke on point one, that it's going to make it very, very difficult for ISNH. Switch the names. Yep, there we go. It's going to be, with the comp that ISNH has been playing, they're very, very good at having a shield comp. So they'll need a flanker to get back there to basically do what they did on Eichenwald and basically get the point and try to drag them off that hard choke, because they're very good at holding it. So I wouldn't be surprised if I saw Hartson again on Genji here. Or
absolutely.
Yeah. So
yeah.
And with ISNH, we're probably going to see their 2-2-2 comp. And we're probably going to be able to see basically the same sort of Reinhardt-Zarya combination that will be coming out from them. Eli Misu, or how? LMSU? I don't know how to pronounce that properly.
Misu, I assume. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't either. But he's been a very, very competent Reinhardt, and backed up by their Zarya, he's been very, very very good at sort of holding their choke and making sure that, that Trasha does not get any sort of inches they can to sort of crawl into the point. So it's going to be interesting.
Definitely. I think ISNH, they are very confident with their defense, which is why I think they picked the defense. After Eichenwald, where they full held that, I think they're confident about their Hanamura defense as well. By the way, we do need to switch our names around. Team Trasha is on ISNH's side.
Yeah, that is actually on them, so...
Alrighty, and we're going to start now. So I think this is going to be a really interesting match. Team Trasha does have to win this match if they want a chance at playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So this map has big stakes for them. If they lose this one, they're out. So every map is high stakes for Trasha right now.
That's exactly right.
I believe that ISNH is already top seed. So while I think it would be great for them to win this match, I'm not sure if it's absolutely vital.
Yeah, and I don't think a draw helps Team Trasha here either. So therefore, it's 3-1 or nothing for Team Trasha. So
yeah, and they've already lost Li Shang, so they've got to go all in. They have to win,
which makes this map huge for them. If they can win this match, this is their map pick too. So the advantage here goes to them with regards to that. So it'll be very, very interesting. But they're going to start here really soon, and once we go start, the stream will go live. But what do you think? I'm thinking that it's going to be a very, very hard push initially, though Hanamura point one is a notorious, if you can get one, you can probably get the point. So it's going to be all about getting that early pick and then being aggressive to push in. So it's
absolutely. I think it depends how well they can dive, because they have Hartson, who's playing mostly flanking heroes so far, like the Tracer and the Genji. So if they can dive well enough, I think they can take the first point pretty easily. Yeah,
so it'll be very, very interesting what the picks are going to be. And as we figured, it looks like Elmisu is on the Reinhardt, and is Bandamage going to go on the Zarya, or will she pick something different?
And I don't think Hartson's going to play the Bastion, or he doesn't realize he's on attack.
I think he's just sort of messing with you, Raza. People love picking random things, like, You know, if I saw a Symmetra on this board, it'd be one of the few boards that I would think a Symmetra is actually useful. But you know what? We're going into the setup phase, and Heartson's still on that Bastion. But you know, the only thing I can think of is that they used a Bastion to break the choke, and they just sort of use him to sort of push through, and then use Y again to sort of do that damage once the shields goes down. It would be interesting if they did it, but I don't think they are.
I think they really could, because I don't think that ISNH has much against that Bastion, and they've got a Reinhardt to get, a Junkrat to get rid of the Reinhardt shield. But apart from that, if they just set up a Bastion in front of the choke, they could probably chew through ISNH pretty fast.
You know, I don't
think they'll do it.
I'm looking at this comp, and you're probably right. I mean, like, you know, you're looking at a Zarya Reinhardt. That McCree is not going to have any line on an angled Bastion. So if Heartson does come out on that Bastion, they're probably going to have an advantage here at the choke. So,
wow. And
here we go. 3 seconds.
And it looks like they're going to stick with the Bastion. And that's a pause. Perfect. That's great timing, just as I was getting excited.
All right. So we're going to go to the current score here. Wait for the pause to sort of...
and I believe that Trasha is looking to talk with their coach before the match starts.
I see.
Because I don't think they got a chance before the match, because Snackums had kicked out the coach from the lobby. So we'll just wait while they have a little tactical pause.
Yeah, and I put the scoreboard up so that nobody can sort of snipe the configurations here. So that make sure. Oh, we're live again.
Unpaused.
And there's Heartson on that Bastion. You were right. Here we go. El Presidente is now coming out on... And we're going to follow him. We're going to figure out what he's going to do. They're going to shield him up, and they're going to make sure that he's not... They don't know that what he's going to be doing. So they're hiding.
I think they're going to put him on the high ground, I think, which is interesting. I don't think they're expecting that at all.
Yeah, they're seriously not letting him in and not letting them know exactly that Bastion is here. Here we go. And there he is.
All right.
El Presidente.
The Bastion.
They've had to back up. They realize this now, that there's a Bastion up there. So the team is backed up around the corner.
And that gives Trasha the opportunity to head in, which they're doing.
Yeah,
it's
they really
hard to find good positioning, but it looks like they're going to make it.
Yeah, they're absolutely going
through the choke.
They're going to have to just basically crawl through here, just destroy and there goes the tank, and that's it. They just got to keep that Bastion. They got to keep this Bastion up.
This is their chance.
Yeah, this is it.
Oh, it looks like Reinhardt's going to take down the Bastion, maybe. Yeah, Hearts goes down.
But they've got the takes here. They've got spawn advantage. They just need to get somebody else down. Oh, that was their opening. I thought they didn't get anybody on the point. They got through that middle section and weren't able to get anybody on the point. That's a bit
Reinhardt just carried that defense. He was so good with his hammer. He got rid of the Bastion. He got rid of everyone. That was really, really good. That was all in.
Yeah, so now that this is exposed, I think what's going to end up happening is ISNH is going to have to basically back up here a little bit. They know that Bastion is there specifically to break the choke. So the Reinhardt is going to stay around the corner to make sure that he doesn't get exposed. If I'm Trasha here, I just go balls to the wall and just charge on in. There's really nothing that they can do really against it.
Possible charges point, and that gives Bastion look at that tire. Snackums gets 3. That's 2 tanks and the Bastion, which means Trasha will have to push back.
Yeah, and that's it for that. That's it right there for that push. So, minute 50 left on the clock here. The Bastion's not working out. Now, here comes the Pharah. Like I said, it looks like they're going to try to get the Pharah here, and they're going to try to flank around and come around and pick that off. Series has got to be aware.
I think he's a good enough McCree. He should be able to neutralize that Pharah, I think. I'm not sure if that's my favorite pick ever, switching Hearts into the Pharah.
Yeah, and with Series not actually using his ult yet, he can basically just ult her out of the sky. So I think they're just trying to figure out a way to get around it. And Heartson goes down.
And Snackums takes down, immediately. Again, teleports. He's almost on point. He's just in the back trying to get rid of one of the healers. And he's back out again.
Yeah, Earthshatter does nothing. Elmisu kept his shield up, didn't get anybody behind, and now they are stalled on the point. Minute left on the clock, and they have 2 ults. Squiggy, they probably should move in on that Transcendence and then just sort of go to the point and see play what they can do. Graviton here to save it, but out comes the Transcendence, and now they go in.
And they're going to push in, and they're not pushing onto point. There it is. Oh no, he got charged onto point. Parcible's going to go down.
but Tasha picks up Thought Be Gone again. Y again picked up Bandamage, and Trasha now ulting, gets Parsifal back, and now the point. Now that's a graviton for Team Trasha, and Soft Owl gets killed, and that's it.
That kill feed is looking red. Can they take it? The Junkrat's are right on top of them. His Discord, though, they actually take out the Junkrat and the McCree.
Oh,
that's the McCree.
Yeah, that's an inevitability, and they got it. 19 seconds left.
That's perfect.
They'll get about 4 minutes on the clock, so they'll have about 4:10, possibly 4:13. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really great defense by ISNH, but it just wasn't good enough. The reses by Tasha Tops were perfect, and they moved in on Squiggy's ult, which just helped them so much.
No, and that was fantastic. It took them a while, but they finally got through. Moving in on that trance really helped. So, they got the tail end of the trance when they got Graviton in the door, and then they basically pushed in on that. So now
Absolutely.
they have 3:45 left on the clock.
And going upstairs doesn't seem like a great option to me, because that Junkrat's just going to kill them all. I think he's going to be spamming bombs down the corridor, or he's not, or he's going to wait.
Oh, Wygan gets 3. They need to go to the point now and just get any percentage.
There's only 2 of them left.
There's 3.
All right.
They've got to stay on the point.
Kill.
That is a team
and
kill.
Is that going to be it?
They've got to prevent them from coming to the door. They got it.
And they've capped. Wow. That was incredible.
Wow.
What a perfect ult from Wygan. 3 people. Plus Hartson followed up with another 2 kills of his own. That was such a good push. There was nothing ISNH could do.
That was actually sort of amazing when considering that they had such a hard time getting into the choke that they basically took it in 30 seconds. Because that
was incredible.
Yeah, that second phase started at around 4:02, and with the attack and the take, it only burned about 40 seconds off the clock. About 43 seconds total.
I don't think the ISNH managed to set up a proper defense for Trasha. I think Trasha was already pushing upstairs. The Junkrat was sitting in the corner. Everyone was kind of getting into position. They just weren't ready for the push yet, and the Reaper ult just sealed the deal.
Hey, we learned that lesson the hard way, Raza. Remember when we were trying to hold Anubis Point 1 with where we needed to win, and sometimes it's just better if you know you're going to lose the point eventually just to die, let them have it, and establish a solid defense so you don't get snowballed the way they did. And they were looks like they were still trickling in thinking they could probably hold point 1, because when they were attacking it looked like their Reinhardt was just already on the ground but had not positioned himself up top, and it just really was curtains for ISNH.
And it looks like ISNH is going to go for the same comp that they've just used. They have been using a very static comp this entire match. This is roughly the same comp they've used on every single map so far. Team Trash is going, again, very similar with the Soldier and the Junkrat.
Yep, Squiggy this time on the Zen and Tasha on the Mercy. So, bit of a role switch there. Heartsen on the Junkrat. Again, so it'll be interesting. They're going to basically spread themselves out and probably position Parsi right there at the door.
This is... Okay, there it goes.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go.
Yeah, so watch the rotation between Thought Be Gone and Parsi. It'll be super, super important, because Thought Be Gone will need to gain energy, and Parsi will need to be up there with his shield, but he can't let that shield break.
And that's one pick immediately right off the back.
Yeah.
The bat. Oh, immediately res though, so that Mercy does not have res anymore.
So if they can get another pick here, they can basically stall this sort of push going forward.
Okay, and they're not pushing in, they're just kind of poking, which I don't think is very smart. That Reinhardt should be pushing forward and charging, I think.
Yeah, I think they're a little afraid of anybody sort of getting caught out of position, and that's Parsi there, but it looks like Tasha just there with the rescue. Miso charges in to get the Zarya, but he's out of position too, and he goes down. The rest of the team is going to try to see if they can use that as an advantage, but they're sort of split up. They're going to back up a little, and then down goes Bandamage, and that's it for the push for ISNH.
Slackums gets rid of Hearts' tie. He doesn't want another 4-man kill. And they're going to have to regroup, unfortunately.
Yeah, no offensive ults here to sort of focus on yet. They're still sort of in the poke wars, and they're trying to make sure. The advantage here is definitely with Team Trasha. They've gotten 2 points. They have 3:19 left on the clock. They can afford to be a bit aggressive and make sure that they sort of get that sort of extra pick beyond the door to sort of push him. Big Earth Shatter there, only catches 1, but it's probably a good thing Parsi didn't actually go out there and go after anybody. Heartsen gets killed, but that's okay. They're going to wipe them out here, and he's going to get rezzed, and they should probably just back on up. And
yeah,
that's
I think
exactly
they're
what
overextending a bit. They should, They do. ISNH does have 5 ults here, so I think we're going to see Snackham's Tire come out to initiate a fight. If he can get a pick or two with that, then ISNH is going to push on through.
Yeah, we're gonna go with Snackham's here and see like if he's gonna pull out this tire while he's here, because I'm thinking it's great. Only Grace gets picked off, so that's huge. They lose a healer right away. Oh, and he gets taken down. Now it looks like 5 ults already on Team Trasha. Here comes Hartson.
Oh, and
there goes
picks up
Elmi.
the Reinhardt.
Yeah, exactly. 144 left on the clock. And more kills
this is
coming
not
up.
good for ISNH. ISNH just needs to pull back, regroup, and then attack together. They're not doing very well at all. They have 6 ults here. They haven't been using their ults at all. They need to use their ults in a coordinated manner. Team Trash has been using their ults just one by one whenever they need them to hold, but ISNH has not been utilizing them as they should, I don't think.
Exactly, but they've got about 2 pushes left in them. I think ISNH still can be sort of patient here, and they have the 6 ults. They just need to use them properly. But they've got to place
Grav and Tire would almost team kill Trasha right now, I reckon.
I think so.
If they could get it done right.
And there's nothing to sort of eat it, so they could even throw it right at Parsy's shield and basically catch both tanks, but Elmisu goes down. They're just being a little too hesitant here. They have 6 ults. They really should sort of lead in with either like a Lucio ult or possibly even and And that Graviton is late, but it's late.
It's too late.
Yeah.
And Hartson takes down the Tire. That was excellent, and that was just a waste of 3 ults, 2 ults by ISNH.
Well, ISNH is here comes Hartson again with another Tire. He's going to try to get him on their next attack. He's got to get it out there. He's trying to hide it.
He's not very good at steering, but here we go.
Oh, he doesn't get anybody.
Doesn't pick anyone, unfortunately. I think he just ran out of time on it.
I think he
got caught in the corner.
Yeah, what he could have done is he could have gone straight for the spawn and just sort of held it there. And even if he would have, he could have gotten one. There's the Lucio ult, and they get grabbed. That's a great grab right there. Catches everybody in the middle.
That's a big grab. And they are now fighting on point. That's a tactical visor from Y again. He hasn't picked anyone up with it yet. Yeah, he picks up the Tracer. And can they do this? This is looking like a very close match. Squiggy is going to get killed by the Winston.
They've got to take out that Lucio. That's probably point up. Oh! Hartson again with another tower. How the hell did he get that?
Down. That was fast.
Hartson now all by himself.
Down.
Oh, smack him.
Hartson trying to carry.
No, they're going to get the point here. Parsy's going to try for it.
Reinhardt can get on it. Oh, that boop just saved the point.
They've got to be careful. They're going to get snowballed here if they don't get back.
And that's it. They need to regroup for a proper defense right now because they are too far forward.
Oh, but Parsy gets 2. Wow. Desperation times here for Trasha. Possible just running, but he leaves Trasha by herself. She's got to get out of there. She's going to die. Oh.
And Trasha goes down. But that's okay because ISNH needs to regroup. They don't have all 6 of their people.
Yeah.
The Reinhardt's standing right outside the door, but he should come back, wait for the team.
Yeah, they had a chance at a snowball there, and they didn't get it in time. The 2 picks were huge by Parsy that prevented that snowball from happening. Now they've established.
Absolutely. Looks
like they're putting Hartson at the top for the high ground. Elmisu gets caught by just a random. Looks like it was a mortar fire by Thought Be Gone, and now. And
they are going up top. Took them a while to decide, but they're grouping up. They're going to go up top. I think Hartson is going to hold them up top though. Those bombs down the hallway, they just decimate. It's what Snackens should have been doing last round, but he didn't because they got snowballed. I don't think they're going to be able to push upstairs on their first push. No, they're gathering up there. You can see the sort of the outlines of them being there. So combine their comp with the Zarya there. I'm thinking. And Wygan's in the back row. He's just picked off the Mercy, so that's going to delay the push even more. Yeah, well, he got picked off, but that's an even trade right there. I would take a Mercy kill with any sort of other kill on my team. Exactly. That's just huge. Absolutely. That looks like it's the end of that push. Yeah. Wygan now just sort of hanging out by the front. 2:23 left on the clock here. And it's going to be very interesting. Like, they're coming up on 5 ults here for ISNH. What they might want to do is they basically might want to just sort of wait for Soft Owl to get her. They're on the point now, it looks like. And everyone jumps down. It should have been 1 and 2. Everyone should have stayed up top. But everyone's on the ground now. Now they have the high ground, and they should be able to push in with their 6 ults.
Yeah, this is what they were looking for here. Big Earth Shatter coming in. Doesn't really catch anybody.
And this Squiggy ult, that's going to help them out a lot in this fight.
Yeah, but they
and the Trasha Tops goes down. Reinhardt charges off the edge, which wasn't great. And this kill feed's looking pretty blue.
The Graviton comes out, but Smackums gets 2, gets Heartsen and Parseval. They're getting the point very, very fast here. Team Trasha is just out of position. They can't get on the point. You know, Thought Begon's got 100 energy, but he's trapped and he can't do anything. They've got half a tick.
They're taking it. Trasha is taking this. They're getting the kills. It looks like ISNH just can't get it. Wow, that was incredible. And they managed to defend. They only gave them 1 tick.
With a minute left on the clock, that's pretty much 2 pushes left. So
that was excellent.
I didn't think they were going to get that, honestly. I was on board with Thought Begon, and he was completely out of position and on the ground, but all of a sudden, bam, death all around for ISNH.
Trasha wasted the Reaper ult. He got knocked off to the side, and then the Grav came in. They couldn't follow through with that, but they still managed to hold it, even though ISNH used 5 ults in that push. And again, they're not all going to jump down, which is great. The Reinhardt's going to stay up with the Junkrat, which is good.
Party there just he's looking to see if anybody's going to come around that corner, but here they come. Party's going to charge whoever comes out that front door first, but they're wasting too much time. They basically burned an extra push if they were going to have one, so they're down to 19 seconds here, and indecision is going to kill ISNH here if they don't decide to get on the point.
Absolutely, they're not pushing. I'm not sure why. They've had plenty of opportunities. They could have jumped down.
Well, Wygan is in the back, so that was one of the reasons. Here they come. They're going to go in on the Lucio.
And they get a pick 'em Squiggy with the Pulse Bomb. And Heartsen takes down Snackums, who immediately gets rezzed by Softow. Trasha Chops rezzes Squiggy, and there's no alternate right now. It's just a brawl on point. And it looks like ISNH might take this. They're getting the picks. It's just Wygan.
Yeah, the issue... That's a great ult to sort of stall him out. The real issue is here, if ISNH does have this taken, which it doesn't look like they have it. Big Earth Shatter to sort of stall him, and that's going to be it.
Seals the deal,
yeah,
and that's it. They managed to cap in overtime.
But
Team Trasha has...
Yeah, they have
Team Trasha has
2 points here. Sorry. They have 2 points, but the issue is here, they don't have any more time on the clock. So Trasha has free reign to get a tick with 3 minutes and 19 seconds.
And I think they can do it. I think they should be running a dive comp. They should just get on the point, get a tick, and that's it.
Yeah, I honestly think that just naked aggression here. If you can get a tick, you can stream in and kill everybody here. Just get one. Charge the choke. Don't just be ballsy about it. Take somebody out and be done with it. If you can get the Mercy, you win, I think, in this particular case.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This, I think, would be a great opportunity for a Hanzo or a Genji. I think if you can get someone behind for the quick picks, then you've got this. If they could get a Genji and or Tracer just to jump on the point, pull them all back, that gives them the chance they need for one good push, which is all they need.
That's exactly right. So...
Okay. And they're just getting set up. It looks like they're going to defend at the choke again. They're using a very similar comp to last time, except Snackums is going to be on the Reaper instead of the Junkrat, which is interesting. I think they're doing that to counter Trash's tanks, which are doing a lot of work in the last round. Good job, Passable and Doppelganger. And yeah, it looks like Trasha is using a dive comp.
Yeah.
So they are going to go for one good push, just dive straight through, and let's see if they can take it.
I'm in agreement with the strategy because they just really need a tick. So therefore... pick a target, dive on him, kill him, and get him out of the way, and then just win the point right after. Here they go. Thought Begon goes directly onto the point. And that's it. They just need to focus on somebody. Make sure that they all focus on the same target. Take him out. But it looks like the kills are coming in blue. Only Grace is the one that goes down. But the kills are quick, but only Grace gets rezzed. And that's it for Trasha. That's a team kill for...
That's a failed push.
Yeah, but that's okay.
I think they've got plenty more time. I think that time they had the perfect comp. The dive was great, but when they dived, they didn't pick a target and focus the target. Everyone was killing anyone, and they didn't get the picks they needed to start off that push.
Yeah, it's super important when you're a team and you're diving on the point like this that you do have one target in mind that you're going to take. They maybe didn't know what the comp that ISNH had, so they didn't know what to really go for. But now here they come again, right back onto the point. And Thought
Begun gets immediately killed.
Yeah.
Sires is doing work on the McCree.
Exactly. This Reaper is doing business here in the back, and that's what's killing Thought Begone like right away. They have to sort of figure out what's going on here because their dive is not working. 2 minutes left on the clock, and essentially their playoffs are on the line here. Tasha
and Tasha Tops asks for a pause.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, no one's disconnected that I can see, so I'm not sure what this pause is for. Alrighty, well, Trasha should be using this time to strategize right now because they are not doing well. They've got the dive comp, but it's not working out. And it looks like they've got ping spikes. They've got pings of 900, which is unfortunate, but hopefully it's Doppygon who's playing Winston, so he doesn't need to aim anyway. Yeah, Trasha's playing from the South America, so that's going to be expected, I think. So as both of us know, we know a little bit about Tasha Tops, and she's not playing from the United States. So ping spikes are going to be something that's going to happen to her specifically, as it does to you, Raza, playing out of Australia. Yeah, hopefully they can get this sorted out fast, because the pause is only maximum of 5 minutes, and they get 2 per match. So he's hoping they can solve it fast before they're forced to start again. Yeah, I have the pause started on my clock at 10:06. So therefore they have until 10:11 to sort of sort this out and make sure that it's okay. So in the meantime, in the meantime. Oh, so excuse me, I interrupted you. What were you going to say? In the meantime, go for it, Hodo. With 1:57 left on the clock, if Trasha gets their ping stuff sorted out, their dive is not working, and they need to sort this out in a minute, or their playoff life is going to be, I don't know, it's going to be in serious, serious danger. Because absolutely right. Yeah, so they need to win this map to ensure themselves at least a draw, but I don't know if that's going to work. They can tie this map and then win the next map and win it overall 2-1, but I'm not sure exactly what map tiebreakers are going to be in Group D, so I'm not exactly sure. Absolutely. I do think that as soon as this pause finishes, their dive is either going to become considerably better, or they're going to switch off dive. I think they know that dive is good, but I don't think they've practiced it enough to be able to take down a good team like ISNH on it. Yeah. Everyone's good at their specific roles, but I don't think they're nailing it right now. Parson does have his ult though, so if he can get a good Dragon Blade off, get the healers, that will give them a massive advantage. But ISNH has both of their support ults, which is going to be massive for them in the next push. Yeah, so that's going to be interesting. So, okay, okay, they're going to unpause. Ready to unpause, so we are going to get started again. Here we go. Okay, and Parsifal's flying back to spawn. It looks like he's going to switch off D.Va, maybe? And he switches to Reinhardt. Yeah, so what they're going to do is they're going to modify their dive a little bit here, and they're going to use a Reinhardt with more armor than the Winston, who has the flexibility to sort of go in, but with Parsi now on the Reinhardt, he's hoping to sort of catch somebody on the way in, and that's what he's going to be looking for. And Y again switches to Reaper as well, so they're not totally running dive anymore. Oh, Parsi gets killed right away. Immediately. So, but it gets rezzed right there, so that's going to be huge. Oh, big shatter. That's 4 people. And, wow, that was a quick push. That was a very quick push. But you know what? With all of these quick deaths, it's giving Team Trasha just multiple opportunities to sort of reset and go again. It's almost to their advantage that they die this quick, because it gives them an extra chance. Because you know what? ISNH used both of their support ults plus the Reaper ult, so I would call that a successful push. They got rid of 3 ults, only took 10 seconds. And exactly right. And like, you know what? It's like winning a draw at this point. So it's like if as many chances as you're gonna get, and if you have that many chances, you're gonna get one lucky one. And I think this might be it right here. Hartson gets Snackums, but Tasha gets Deadeye. Tasha goes down, and it's looking very even at this point. Winston does have his ult though. But they've got 30 seconds left. Thoppygun's probably got to back up here along with Y again, so that they at least have one more shot. They need to back up for one last good push. That Reaper's on his own. He's going to go upstairs, get behind him while he can. They should be pushing in before the last 2 members of ISNH get back to point. Yeah, and the Reaper's going after Winston, doesn't get him. And this is it.
And Wagon gets picked off, and
Reaper
that's
goes
going to be
down.
it. They've got 6 seconds to get back on the point here. And
They need to
Parsi
contest right
charged off the Mercy, so that's going to be an opening right there. No mercy for ISNH here. This is their last shot.
Bane Damage is ulting, and he's using it so well. He gets 2 people on it.
Squeaky's got to
steal
steal
for as long as he can.
Oh, Squeaky
And
went
that's
down.
going to be it.
Oh, what a hold by ISNH.
And it's going to be a draw. Wow. So Team Trasha does have the opportunity to still win this match, but they have to win this next map.
Yep.
That was so close. That was a really entertaining map, and this was such a good play by Y again.
Yeah, this is
Let's
basically
watch this first person.
that opened up the push and basically cleared out all of ISNH. That didn't allow him to get back on the point. Thought begun, clears everybody else after that, and bam. So we are
Definitely
still
62% kill participation.
That is crazy. That is an abnormally high kill participation. For
That's
Malcolms.
a carry.
It really is. So Tasha's going to hear restart in between matches. We're going to go to the current score here so that the stream here doesn't see what the chat's going on. So probably here about a couple minutes so that Tasha can restart and we go to the next match. The map pick actually goes, if you believe it or not, to ISNH because they were the last team to lose. So
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So what do you think they're going to pick?
If I'm ISNH, I've seen them do it twice already now, where they don't pick a map. It's possible that they basically let Trasha pick the map and they just go on defense, sort of seeing that their defense is very, very good on a lot of these sort of choke maps.
Yeah, it's definitely solid.
Yeah, I mean, like if they're solid with like a choke, I would pick possibly Dorado to see if they can trap him underneath the sort of bridge.
Get a point A hold.
Exactly. Yeah. 66 might be a little too open for them to do, but you know, the only other one it's 66 Dorado and
watch point Gibraltar.
And Gibraltar. Now Gibraltar is not one I would expect most teams in this division to sort of pick, because the defense on that is very, very complicated in the sense that it almost has 3 levels of defense. And being able to position yourself right on Gibraltar might be very hard for a Division 6 team. But I'm thinking either 66 or Dorado that's going to come out here.
I reckon it's going to be Dorado. I think that seems to be the most common payload map for teams in this div to pick, purely because it is easy to defend. You don't need to know a lot about team comp, but team comps, if you can hold at the choke, you're doing fine.
Yeah, and I think that's the case. You're just sort of hoping that, like, you know, you get them at the choke, and there's multiple chokes, because there's multiple bridge chokes that you can do right before point 1 and right before point 2 and even right before point 3. So the defense on Dorado is very, very similar as you progress through the map. So it's easier to learn than the other 2 maps. So it's going to be sort of interesting to see what's going to go on here. So I think ISNH remembers that they still have map pick. Or at least I hope they do.
And I think the McCree that they've been using almost every single map will do a lot of work on Dorado as well. So I'm hoping for Dorado.
Yeah, but it's gonna be up to them to sort of decide. Yeah.
Team Trasha wants some tactical time with a coach.
Yeah, so they're
alrighty. So
they're basically getting the coach into the Discord to trying to figure out, it's like, what strategy here can we go with to sort of deal with ISNH's defense. So, this is new because I did not know Trasha had a coach. I didn't know if the coach was actually new or if he.
I believe that Team Trasha might actually have 2 coaches. They've got their coach that they've been talking to earlier in the match. I think Mindfuzz may have stayed with Team Trasha as a coach after the Scrub Cup.
I see. That's
but
right.
I believe they co-coach, so I don't think Mindfuzz will be here today.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So we'll be waiting a few minutes while they talk to their coach, try to strategize, get hyped up for their last map, because they need to win this one in order to get through. ISNH is just going to chill out, wait. They've been playing really well today. They've been very consistent with their play. No one's been playing badly or carry. It's been really great teamwork for them today. It's been really good to watch.
Yeah, and
Hartson's been doing. Sorry.
No, it's been really, really good to watch. But the thing is that the hole in their selections is that they're very static. So like they haven't been able to pick outside of what they've been picking pretty much. They've had slight changes here and there, but it's pretty much the same comp all the way through. So.
Absolutely. And Hudson on Team Trasha, he's been playing DPS. He is a support main. I've been surprised with his performance. He's been doing really well today, especially on the Junkrat. He's been really good at holding, getting those quick picks, and it's honestly more than I expected from him. He has been doing extremely well today on Team Trasha.
Yeah, as a sub, he's been filling in excellently. He's sort of ingrained himself in the team, and basically there were a couple ults there on Eichenwald that he basically saved them from losing. So, I mean, kudos to him, and especially the fact that he normally plays on his beloved Ana. So him playing Junkrat, him playing Reaper, and these are just picks that we don't normally see Hartson playing, and he's been just doing fantastic for Team Trasha.
Yeah. On Li Zhang, Trasha I don't think performed very well, but I think that was getting warmed up to the team. I think afterwards they've been communicating a lot better, and they've just been getting better and better as the match goes on. So I'm excited to see them peak in our payload map, hopefully.
You know,
some really cool ults.
Sometimes it just takes a team a game or two to sort of warm up. I mean, like the issue is that that like, you know, you get into a game and you know what the game is actually how meaningful it is, especially for Trasha now. They need to win this entire match, so the nerves aren't completely gone by the first map, and like, you know, things can go wrong, and like, you know, you're starting to sort of doubt yourself, but after a while you sort of calm down, you get the kills that you need, and the nerves sort of go away, and then by the second map you're like, all right, let's go. And they got a lucky break on Eichenwald. I mean, like, the fact that they got over one tick and basically won it by 0.5%, basically, you know, gave them life here. And now with this draw on Hanamura, it's win or go home time for Team Trasha. So.
Absolutely. Do you think that the pause and long breaks between the maps have been disrupting Trash's rhythm? They were doing excellently on Eichenwald. They took Hanamura very easily as well, but after the pause, they weren't doing as well. Do you think that they're the kind of team that needs to just play solidly in order to keep up a good rhythm? Do you think the pauses have been putting them off?
I think so. I mean, like, when you're playing, me personally, if I'm playing, I just want to keep going. Even breaks in between maps can sort of just screw up a team a little bit, just because it's like, you know, sometimes you're just in the zone, and you just sort of want to just make sure you just go balls to the wall and just, you know, no pauses, no nothing, just let me do my thing, and you want it to just keep going faster and faster and faster, so until you don't want to break that psychological zone that you've placed yourself in. And as you've seen, when a team gets a lot of sort of pauses and breaks in a game, it breaks rhythm. And it's just not good to allow a team to sort of get the results that they need, and mentally you start to sort of frazzle, and then everything just ends up going to S, you know, and it's just not good.
Absolutely. So it looks like they're going to play Route 66, which is an interesting choice, but it does make sense. They have the McCree. He's going to be getting a lot of picks. There's just heaps of range, and I don't think Team Trash's comp is super suited to Route 66.
Yeah, I mean, it really depends. I mean, you did see Hartson on the Pharah there one time, but it looks like... but Trasha's going to be on defense first, because it looks like ISNH is going to... Since they picked the map, they're going to go...
Trasha will pick to defend because ISNH has picked to the map. So that's going to be interesting. It's interesting that ISNH chose this map when they didn't care about the last map.
You know, it's one of those things in which, like, I think they might have been super confident on 2CP. And just basically, like, when teams know an entire sort of type and they just do well on all of that type, the advantage really is being in defense first. So if you're, like, with 2CP, if they're confident on that format and they didn't care if they went to Horizon or Ovalskaya or anything like that, then their real advantage is making sure that they knew what they needed to get. And I think that
is totally right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've seen that. They have such a good defense on, we saw it on Eichenwald, we saw it on Hanamura. They are very good at defending.
Yeah, and then I think they realize here too that like if they can put a good score up on 66 and force Team Trasha to go all the way, they might actually end up having the advantage here on attack. But
okay, right.
I'm going to pull down the score. Yeah, I'm going to pull down the scoreboard here until I'm going to wait until they're ready to go. But what were you going to say, Raza?
Do you think there will be a pause in this map?
No, well, it depends. Tasha did restart her computer, and if anybody is the one that's vulnerable to a lag spike, it's the one that's playing from South America. So, and I'm not exactly sure where Snackums is based. You know, it could be interesting. Like if Snackums is like West Coast and like the rest of his team is East, hosting a Western server versus like an Eastern teammates can be sort of problematic, because I know most of Team Trasha I think is central based. So except for Tasha herself.
Yeah.
So
except for Tasha herself. Yeah. And this is a really interesting comp from ISNH. I don't think they're going to stick with a Hanzo. I hope they do, but I doubt it. They're actually changing it up a bit. They're using a soldier and what currently looks to be a Hanzo when they've been using the McCree and the Junkrat and or Reaper so far.
Oh, Hartson out on El Presidente here, going for the Bastion defense. It looks like they're going all or nothing with this comp.
This is really interesting. So they're looking for a full hold here. They don't want to let them take the first point. And if Sires does go Hanzo, they'll have a good counter to the Bastion, but still don't see it happening.
I don't know if they even know that. So it's like that's going to be interesting. So, but here we go.
Okay, and they are going to stick with the Hanzo, it looks like. That's excellent news.
That's an excellent... See, they're going to luck into this pick. Cyrus switched.
And they switch it to Tracer.
At the last
Tracer is still a good enough switch to Bastion. Still a good enough counter, I think.
Yeah, they're going to see him if they come around the corner here. And, yeah, they realize what's up there, so... And Wagon gets picked off first, and that's not good. So that's going to leave no DPS available up there to sort of flank around with that Bastion's going to be... sort of exposed here. Cyrus is up there by herself, but now they've stalled the pickup. It's going to get around the corner, I think, before they're going to be able to stop this.
They're just not contesting it enough at this point.
Bastion
is set up. He's going to get killed. There was no shield for the Bastion there. That was a miscommunication, I think.
Yeah, he didn't need to drop down. He needed to stay high. But this is going to be an easy push through for ISNH.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to take it with no problem. And that's Tash Top's gone, that's Parsifal gone, and yeah, easy cap.
Yeah, easy cap here. 7, 8, 9. So we're gonna go with Cyrus here. She's got her pulse bomb. Let's see if she pushes forward to try to sort of snowball a little bit and get some space here for her team.
She's going around behind him. She can get a pick on a healer or two. That would be really good for
and there's the pulse bomb on Tasha, and she just missed it. Oh no!
That is unfortunate. And Cyrus is just stuck behind there, just stalling them, doing some trouble.
Well, this is exactly...
the payload is uncontested. This is exactly what she should be doing.
That's exactly what she needed to do, and that was great work by Cyrus there. Like, and we're gonna go free cam here. Like the payload itself has gotten all the way to the bridge, and we're looking at pretty decent push here from ISNH.
Yeah. Parsifal just seems to be walking backwards with his shield, just letting him have free space. He should be charging in. They should be fighting it. They're being a bit too passive right now at this point.
Yeah, but the thing about it is they're so afraid of losing Parsi up there that, you know, they're trying to be as conservative as they can. He just missed the Earth Shatter.
And the ult comes out of Squiggy. I'm not sure why. They should be pushing on that, I think. They're not. Squiggy gets hit by the Earth, by the 5 strike, and that's 2 picks for ISNH.
Yep. And
that makes it 3.
That's
4. And
yeah, this is
they're gonna cap this easily. Alright, this is not going well for Team Trasha at all. This isn't great.
Yeah, they're going
ISNH is having no problem at all.
Well, if Trasha here wants to set up a proper defense, they should basically give this up and allow them to sort of go. I thought they were going to, but it looks like they're going to try to hold it here at the final point.
That was a very bad idea. Tash Tops is...
maybe not!
Wow, that's a couple of picks. And it looks like they might be able to hold it. Mercy goes down, but manages to res the Reinhardt. Can Y again kill the Elysium?
Yeah.
No, he's so low.
He's going to die now.
Wow, and and they managed to stall it. That is so impressive.
Well,
as we were talking about their bad performance, they take it up a notch.
Well, it shows what the hell we know as casters. But they basically put it in the worst spot possible for ISNH. This is a spot that gives spawn advantage to Team Trasha, and honestly, they really don't want that thing to roll back. They want it to have it stay where it is, so that they can just sort of have it positioned in a hugely defendable position here. ISNH all going up high to sort of charge in on the high ground here. Parsi and Thought Begone are on the point directly, and the attack here is going to be just sort of split up a little bit. Tasha's got to be careful. She's got to stay back here. She's going to get picked off. Oh, speaking of getting picked off.
And the visor comes out from Snackins, picks up Squiggy, and looks at, and then now we have the sound barrier as well from Lucio. Tasha top to res as possible. This is just a big brawl on point. Reinhardt versus Reinhardt. Elise Moon. Miss Moon gets killed by the Reaper, and the grab comes out.
Oh, catches the ring. That was huge.
That was perfect. And it looks like the Zarya is going to get knocked down in a second as well. There she goes by Hartson.
And Hartson on a soldier now. Is that like his fourth? That's his fourth different character, isn't it?
Wow, he really is a flex DPS now. That is interesting.
He's been saying that he wanted to go Genji main and he wants to become a flex. He's showing it. He's showing his stuff here. So 150.
And it's working for Team Trasha.
It really is. I think it's filling a need that they need. So 150 left on the clock. ISNH here going high again. They realize that
Size is looking for a pulse bomb behind.
Yeah, and
don't think he's going to get a good one.
Parsi's in deep here, and he realizes he's out of position. And gets out. Squiggy picks up Bandamage, and what looked like a promising push for ISNH has turned into a bit of a nightmare here for them. They're getting a couple picks here and there, but honestly, like they're backed up here, and now a couple kills for Team Trasha, and it looks like they're going to have to back up again. Valkyrie popped by Soft Owl, but Y again picks up Soft Owl in the back, and that's going to be the end of the push here.
Good shatter gets the Zarya and the Soldier. Soldier goes down. Hudson uses the visor. I'm not sure if it was totally necessary, but it does clear off the point.
It wasn't, but in this particular case, he's just killing clock at this point. We're down to about 55 seconds. Even if they were to cap this point, ISNH would get it with only about 20... Not even 20, probably like 15 to 10 seconds left on the clock after their fight is won. So you're looking max at a 130 push through third point, even if they can win this fight. But this is going to be the last push for ISNH here. So it's going to be super important that they protect their Mercy in the back. Because if Soft Owl goes down, I think that's going to be it for ISNH's push.
Yeah, I think that Reaper ult is going to clear off the point. He's looking for a good ult. He's waiting. Wygan is going to throw it on point soon. Right now, I think. There it is.
There it is.
And he gets the Mercy.
And that's going to be it, I think.
As well.
That's it. There's no way they're going to be able to come back here.
That was excellent by Wygan. Hudson gets picked.
Smackers playing ring around the Rosie with the Reinhardt. 5 seconds left on the clock. Nobody's going to get back in time. And that's going to be it for the push.
That's it.
Yeah, once Y again got the ult off and killed the Mercy, that push was over. There was no way that Mercy
Definitely. This team, I don't think is honestly that great at using the Bastion defense. They tried on Hanamura the attack, it didn't work out, but as soon as they switched off the Bastion, they worked together. They just full held immediately. It was excellent.
I think they were going for surprise, and honestly, sometimes you overthink defense points. And you just sort of think, hey, we can full hold this with a Bastion. We can sort of do this. And when in fact, you can probably go to your tried and true picks and play it straight, and you probably have a better chance. So
absolutely.
And in the case here, they played it straight on second point defense. They didn't play any sort of gimmicks or games, and they literally held them all the way to the very end. So only 1 point taken, but it's all the way pretty much to the door. So the golden box of victory for Team Trasha is right there. They get there. Their chances for the playoffs are looking really good still.
No, I do think they can win this as well. I think they can take it to the second point. ISNH is a great team. They've been doing really well, but I think on the payload map, it just looks like Trasha has the advantage in team fights. They just get the kills quicker. They're working together well. And Wygan is just doing so much work on the Reaper. Yeah,
he really absolutely is. And it's and if they can just get a quick push through point one here, like the way that ISNH did, it's going to give them such an advantage on the second point push. But it looks like no surprises coming out for Team Trasha here. Looks like they're going to be
they've learned their lesson.
Yeah, straight up here. Hartson on the Tracer. That's 5, if I'm counting characters correctly.
Wow.
So
this should be very interesting.
The only thing on DPS he hasn't played is Sombra at this point. So, and you know what? 66.1 is a great Sombra map, so I'm actually surprised.
It sure is. Alrighty, here we go.
So what Hartson's going to try to do is he's going to try to get out there and basically try to find a way to wrap around and get behind them and maybe just sort of pick off their mercy or at least just, mess with them in the back. Just sort of just mess with him, make sure that point defense is going to come out. He's going to run away from that monkey. There's no way he's going to stick around.
Trasha's just trying to death ball on the point, and they're doing pretty well. Everyone's sticking to it. They're all close. Healer's close behind. And ISNH has jumped down. Hartson is just troubling him in the back, throwing out some damage. That Winston should die now. He's discorded and overextended. There he is. Why picks him up.
Yeah. Hartson goes down to smack him.
And Hartson goes down to snack him.
But they've got a really good push here going. Thought Begone gets picked off, and that... I think that's going to be it for Team Trasha's push.
Yeah, that's the end of that push. Possible should be running away right now. Again should be leaving as well. He's going to try and kill the Reinhardt, and he does. And he goes down.
Oh, that's a bad stagger.
But Team Trasha does have spawn advantage. They will be able to group up and push before the Reinhardt is back.
Yeah,
they should be getting there as fast as they can now.
Yeah, they should really hurry here. They need to get back here because that Reinhardt's got another probably 5 seconds, 6 seconds before he actually gets on the point. And if they can get a pick before the Reinhardt comes back, that would be huge for them. But I don't think that's going to happen. There you see, there's Elismu right there, and there the advantage is gone. So now it's going to be a straight up fight. That monkey dove all the way into the back and now has jumped right back out. Really risky there. I'm actually surprised. Bandamage was really, really exposed, and I thought why again would have gotten him, but no.
Absolutely, especially with the Discord as well. Ooh, that was a bad shadow, but he gets immediately res.
Smackums
look
with
at that.
4-man ult in the back, and that's a reset for Trasha. Oh goodness, this defense is looking solid for ISNH, but we've got 5 ults ready for Team Trasha here, so they've got to be able to combine these properly, and I think they'll be able to push this through. So
absolutely, it's going to be vital that they get rid of the healers first, because ISNH has both of their support ults, which is going to be enough to hold. So Trasha needs to be able to get rid of those healers. Hartson's trying. The Winston has dived him. I think Hartson's going to die here.
Yeah, so he's positioned very, very, very. Oh no, he actually made it out.
But no, he escapes.
Again is going to be the guy that I'm watching because I think either with Thought Be Gone coming out with a Graviton soon.
Snackums is behind though. Snackums is going to kill all of the healers and then kill them again. That's 3 healer kills for Snackums.
And Ryan gets all of their heals.
3.
So this is. We knew that was going to come, and it looks like
that was such a good ult, but the timing was just wrong. They'd already lost their healers. They couldn't push on that ult. But they have the grab, they have the Earth Shatter.
They have spawn advantage, so that's what they've got going for them. They have to snowball this. So hopefully
it's 6v3 right now. They should be able to take it, especially with the Earth Shatter. The Winston gets charged. He's down. Possible gets a good kill. And Hartson gets a pick as well. They should be able to take this now. Yeah, the kill feed's looking very blue right now.
Yeah, they got this. There's only series up top, and they're going to kill him super quick, and that's going to be point 1, I think.
And that looks like, point A is taken with not much time to spare either. That was a very good push. And they didn't even use all their ults. They still have both support ults, and they have the grab. And it looks like they're going to try and stall it. They might
have to use the grab here.
Takes down.
Yeah, they might have to use the grab here just to
I don't think they will. It's just the Winston. They
got it. No problem. Good. I would have panicked.
They were trying to pull Looks like they tried to pull the Trasha hold, but it didn't work out so well. Alright.
2:33 left on the clock, and you're right, Team Trasha's got the advantage here. 3 ults on their side, 2 on the side of ISNH, and they're going to give them some free push here, probably halfway to the bridge, possibly, before they engage.
I reckon they'll hold at the bridge. Snackums does have his ult, and if this game is anything to go by, he's going to get like 7 people with it, so look out for Snackums' ult.
Yeah, you're going to see the RKO come from the top rope here in a second, and you're just not going to know where. I'm going to put my camera on him just to see where he's going to go. But it looks like they're backing up a little bit. But Hartson gets a pick here. Big pick on only Grace. So Smackham's not able to find a place for the ult. Wygan has to back out.
Possible pulls out the other. Oh, and that's the grab right there.
And here comes the ult from Smackham's. He doesn't get enough. He gets 2. He's still alive, but Tasha's still alive. Can they kill him? They need to kill him.
It's just Smackham's. There's 3 of them. They should be able to do it. Come on, Wygan. There we go. And now they are on cart pushing it. So now this is going to be very staggered defense from ISNH.
They have a minute though, and they need to get that cart up as fast as they can. Wygan should be pushing into the choke here, not allowing them through. And there he is.
Absolutely. Wygan does have his ult as well. Snackums has used his. The ult advantage does go to Trasha right now, but that's the tranquility from ISNH. Possible gets the pick.
Oh, and it's huge! Huge kills coming in at Trasha.
And it's just 2. It's just the Reaper and the Winston. Just the Winston. I don't think.
That's it.
All right, and it looks like that's going to be it.
That's going to be it. Trasha is going to win this match 2-1.
And Trasha wins. Wow, that was such an incredible match by Team Trasha. That worked so well.
That was guts. Raza, that was guts. You saw a team that was in desperation mode that needed to pull through, and they pulled through with excellence here. And Tasha getting the play of the game. This was the save here at the end that we thought they should have given up. But instead, a big giant res, she gets killed, but they turned it around and basically won the game with that.
That was a perfect hold right there. Tasha Topsy, great to res that one. I would have given up that point, but they managed to hold it. I am blown away.
Yeah, and we're going to make it official here. Team Trasha is going to get that score 2-1, updating the thing, and that is it. That will be the win. Team Trasha wins 2-1-1 against ISNH. So my streak as the lucky caster for Team Trasha continues. For those who are watching the stream, just to let you know, Team Trasha has not lost a match when I have casted them, and that goes all the way back to the Scrub Cup, when I was cashing Tasha through the playoff rounds of the Scrub Cup when they made the Scrub Cup finals. So great work by Team Trasha. That gives them a shot. I think they still have another match to go, but that
is their final match. They're waiting on the results of another match. So if someone else loses their match, then they'll get through. It's really 50-50 for Trasha at the moment.
Yeah, you know what? These scores and stuff with regards to the brackets and stuff has been really exciting. This being the final week of the Overwatch League, we've just been seeing just some great matches here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to switch up, and we're going to see my screen, which is the Overwatch League standings in Group D. So if you can see on my screen, you're not going to see. Oops, sorry, titled. Basic. So what's going to end up happening here? Oh, I can't do it. So I can't get the audio to come out right. But as I flashed on the screen, Unlucky 13 is top of the group with 2 wins and 2 ties with 8 points. Team Trasha here with this win is a 3rd win for them. That'll give them 10. So therefore, that'll put them at the top of the group. ISNH with another loss here. With a loss here puts them at 1-1-1. But they've only played, according to this, 3 matches, so they have 2 to go. They have 6 points available still, because let's see. ISNH has to play Team IO. They have to play Useless Dive Comp. And that is 2 matches still that they need to do. So they have a possibility of 10 points. But Team Trasha has basically put themselves in the driver's seat. So, Raza, any other final comments from you?
I think that was a really great match. It was really interesting, I think, to watch Trasha just ramp it up with every single map. They just played better and better and better. After watching Lijiang, I wasn't sure they were going to take it, but I was so surprised how they managed to pull together, especially with Hearts as a sub. That's not to put down ISNH, though. They played really well. They were consistent. They had a strong defense. It just wasn't enough.
Yeah, it was fantastic there by ISNH. So, therefore, good stuff by both teams. And we're going to basically end the stream here. Guest commentator today, Raza Rip, fantastic job on the calls and the analysis by by you, and this is his first time casting, folks, so post in the chat and let him know if he did a good job or if he sucked.
My self-esteem is low enough already, so feel free to just throw me into the dirt. I don't mind.
Oh no, you did great. But this has been a special edition of the Overwatch University League Season 3, Round 5, for Team Trasha. We are in makeup week, so there will be more games this week for the Group 6, Division 6, Group D. ISNH will be playing twice more, but I don't know necessarily if they will want their games to be casted. They were a little skittish about the whole thing. But thank you very much for watching this match between ISNH and Team Trasha. Final score, Team Trasha 2, ISNH 1. I have been your caster, Hodorhori. Thank you very much for joining us today, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of the evening.